drone recon, some UAP recon. We're out here at the Navajo Desert. I'm sorry, Navajo Lake. We're at Navajo Lake in the high desert. And this place, there's practically nobody out here. I just ran into 5 beautiful wild horses. They literally ran up to me and said hello. I got footage, I'll share it with you later. But can you hear the ice and the water and the ice when the water hits the ice? Because we've got ice, we've got water, and everything nice. There's a lot of weird activity out here too, so we might pick something up. My friend Gunner's been picking up bizarre UAP activity by his house, and he's looking out towards this direction. So I have a theory, I have a working theory about some of these UAPs and the UAP phenomena that I'll share with y'all in a minute, but just listen to this. About 30 degrees. Wind chill. But did you know that there's also some abandoned towns out here? So, do you want to go check out the abandoned town? We'll just look at them, we're not gonna. But anyway, yeah, there's some cool stuff out over this way. There's an old village. There's actually 4 villages that were abandoned because of this project. This dam was built in 1962, and 4 villages, about 200 people, had to move their houses. You can see we got some cool bird tracks right here, turkey tracks. Yeah, these 5 wild horses that I just ran into, that was pretty cool. They're out here getting a sip of water. Hey, what's up, Tony? How you doing? Stand by. Yeah. Okay. As soon as that sun went behind that cloud, it dropped about 10-15 degrees. There's a lot of weird stuff out here though. Strange phenomena, strange lights, orbs, spheres, UAPs. The lake itself has depths up to 400 feet. So it's a very deep lake. There's houseboats out here, not on this side. We're on a side that nobody joins. Like, everybody's on the other side of the lake, but this time of year, definitely not a lot of activity. You can see a lot of this is ice. Closer it gets up here. We're gonna walk on over and check out some of these abandoned villages. And the only tracks I'm seeing out here are animal tracks. Bigfoot. Well, I haven't seen Bigfoot yet, but he's really good at hiding out. There's been, see, because this location is surrounded by forest and mountains and high desert, a lot of native lands out here, and then this area out here was colonized by more modern settlers a couple hundred years ago, and yeah, they had to leave about 60 years ago. I think it was 1960, 1962, and they had to find a new place to live. About 200 families had to move. Usually need a kayak to get over here. I know a secret. Ooh, what's that? It's a bone. Yeah, there's a secret way to get over here without a kayak in the wintertime if you dare walk across the ice. I would not recommend it. Do not do it. Gosh, I've been walking for miles. I would have been here by now. We're getting closer. You guys say it froze up? You can't see it? We good now? Okay, cool. Yeah, you see the turkey tracks? Just me and 5 wild horses. And of course you hanging out with me. Thanks for being here. Oh, the animal tracks. We are in southern Colorado, almost New Mexico. This is the Navajo Lake. Look up Navajo Lake if you get the opportunity. It is a gigantic lake. This lake was formed in 1962. That's when the project started. And we're gonna go check out some abandoned villages. There are 4 villages that had to relocate, about 200 families in the 60s, which is very unfortunate. But I know where one of the villages is over here, and maybe we'll pick up some orb activity. Sun's starting to set. A lot of strange activity in the skies when the sun sets out here. From northern New Mexico, that Dulce area, all the way up into the valley, the mysterious valley, over the Wolf Creek Pass. Here in southern Colorado, Pagosa has a bunch of very interesting activity, paranormal activity. There's even a story that hit the news a few years ago about a Bigfoot getting hit by a car, and allegedly law enforcement got involved. I thought that was a pretty cool story. I don't know if I believe it or not, but it was fun to read. It was Bigfoot. Well, we call him medium foot out here in Pagosa because the elevation isn't quite as high as up in the upper Rockies, but hello. Hope you're all having a beautiful day, evening, night. We're getting close to this. Look at that. Looks like a big cat's dinner right there. Or maybe a bird, like a hawk or an eagle. I have a theory about some of these drones and some of these UAPs that are spotted over reservoirs. That'd be a great place to evade capture. If you had the technology, you could shoot into the reservoir and then travel through a complex network of underground tunnels and caverns and then shoot out somewhere else. Whether it's cutting edge technology from here or somewhere else. And a lot of activity around lakes and reservoirs as well as the ocean. The foundation of the homes are going to be about 60 plus years old. Well, actually older than that, but that's when they were abandoned in the 60s. I think we're we may have a ways to go. If you haven't checked us out over on Patreon yet, make sure to subscribe to our Patreon page. We got free content on there too. Unedited, exclusive content. A lot of great videos. And check out that special at Boomer Boost. Boomer Boost is running a promo, 25% off. Plus you do the auto ship, you get an extra 10% off. So that's like one of their biggest sales of the year. And they're extending that for Leak Project listeners for a couple more days. I'm throwing a shameless plug there. Oh, listen. You know, there's actually reports of shape-shifting reptoids out in this area, as well as just south and just north. So truth and humor in that comment you said there. Allegedly. Getting closer. We've only got 4 more miles to go. Oh yeah. Yeah, you want to hear something really cool? I don't know if I've mentioned this already, but with all the weird drone activity in New Jersey that's going on, did you know that the War of the Worlds from like 1939, I don't remember exactly which version it was, but just do a quick Google check on this. One of the towns in War of the Worlds, the invasion, was in New Jersey. How about that for a weird coincidence? New Jersey. I guess New Jersey's the place to be for alien contact and War of the Worlds and the drone invasion. New Jersey. That's interesting. Mark Lerner pointed that out in the interview I did with him earlier. It was a good show. Hey look, it's a tire. Growers Mill, New Jersey. Wow. It's pretty wild. It's hard to look in front of me because the sun is just right on us. Whoa, look. How'd that get there, man? It's kind of weird, right? It's the aliens, man. Might have something to do with just the breaking up of the dirt. And if you noticed, in the center of it was a rock that was kind of flat. Wondering if that might have had something to do with it. Man, can you imagine though a bunch of VTOLs shooting out of the, or VOTL, VLOT, vertical launch takeoff, VLTO drones. I know, sounds like something you need antibiotics for. I'm talking about the vertical landing and takeoff drones that shoot straight up and then they can land straight down. Like, I could see something like that coming out of the water. But the drones that are being described in New Jersey that people are seeing, there's no way that that's the drones people are concerned about. When I say people, I'm referring to like the secret meetings Congress is having behind closed doors. You know, they tell us about the footage of the Coast Guard getting swarmed by UAPs, but they don't show it to us. And then the Coast Guard's like, wait a second, man, those weren't your typical drones, but they don't give us a description fully what they look like. But it'd be really easy to, if you got the money to create some tech that could shoot out of the water like that and then go back into the water. But salt water is also a concern. I was talking to my friend Greg. He's in the rocket science. He's been in the rocket science industry for a while, and to come out of salt water and go back into salt water, that would cause all sorts of problems as well. Man, we've been walking for a while. Bigfoot. Because we're live streaming it in the middle of nowhere, and I don't know where the closest cell phone tower is around here, but if the reception isn't that great, that's why. What does that rock look like? A rock. Yeah, I didn't bring my portable Starlink with me. Roger! So he said it looks like a big old tooth. A petrified what? Doing some recon for UAP activity out here in Navajo Lake. This is the spot of the lake that pretty much nobody comes out here, especially this time of year. I mean, you know, but in the summertime you might see a few people out here. There's some strange activity, strange stuff in the skies, interesting reports. And my friend Gunner's been filming a lot of activity just right outside of his house, looking south-southwest, and this would be south-southwest. We're not too far from a place called Chimney Rock, which is a native astrological site with some really cool kivas and stuff. And so I thought we'd come out here and just check it out, see if we could maybe pick something up, check the area out, get a feel for it. Usually have to have a boat or a kayak to get to this side. Oh yeah, dude, I'm serious about going down to Jersey. It's going to cost me a couple grand to get out there. So if somebody wants to help kick down some funds for that trip, like that will make it happen a lot faster. Because it's probably going to cost at least 2 grand to get out there. I mean, it's a 32-hour drive each way. So just fuel expenses are going to be pretty high. And then I'm going to bring my Gen 3 night vision, some thermal, as much gear as I can to find out what's going on. I've been talking to a lot of people on the forums out there that have been seeing activity around their house. And we're just going to try and figure out, like, why in the world are people, where are these 50, 60 drones coming from that are the size of small airplanes that are flying over people's houses? Where are they coming from and where are they going? Because they're certainly not shooting out of the water, and they're certainly not going in reservoirs. So why are there so many sites near reservoirs? Are they the same type of drones, or is it a different type of drone? That's what I want to know. It's Amazon delivery service. We're delivering a package to the reservoir in the middle of New Jersey. Oh yeah, I've got a list of 8 or 9 different reservoirs just in New Jersey. And okay, so New Jersey, Pennsylvania. There were several in Pennsylvania. Between 6 and 8 in New Jersey. And then where else? I've got a list. It's on the Patreon. I just did a Patreon upload. It should be on Leak Project as well in a previous podcast that I've done. I've been covering the activity. There's also reports they were flying out in the Utah desert, actually, over Hill Air Force Base, and a place that Thicol used to run, but now it's ran by a defense contractor that bought him out. Northman Grump, if I'm saying that correctly. But the characteristics of these drones, so check it out. We've got characteristics, everything from the drones turning off their lights, to changing their lights, to I heard a report of law enforcement launching their own drones up to check out the drones, and then the drones that I think it was the sheriff's department, they fell out of the sky. So something caused them to crash after they got launched up to go see what this other drone was doing. Very weird. They'll turn their lights off. They'll avoid capture. Strange stuff. Somebody was leaving a comment also about, because I've told you about that time Chris and I saw that sphere, that metallic sphere, solid, and I've been calling it an orb, but I think a better term for that would actually be a sphere. So some people report seeing orbs which are almost like holographic, and they seem to have different characteristics, not necessarily be solid, almost plasmoid, and that's a bit different. Well, substantially different from what Kristen and I saw, being like that solid metallic sphere. So I think we should definitely, if we see an orb, we'll call it an orb, but if we see one of these spheres, we'll call it a sphere, and then distinct difference, so we don't classify them both as the same thing, because they're not. They're way different. And there's a lot of orb activity out here, so not just the spheres, but the orbs. Probably more orb activity than sphere activity. We were real lucky to see that day. I certainly don't think, somebody said, if you believe a mothership came out of Tehran, I believe the water people understanding and U.S. military cooperation works doesn't mean they are friendly. I think that, just my personal opinion about that article that came out where somebody said that the drones were being released from a mothership that came from Iran that was off the East Coast. I thought that was a pretty ridiculous story personally, but I mean, they haven't proven it was or it wasn't, but I would definitely say, if I was going the percentage, 99% that it's not. Now, I was for a while there really thinking, so here's the thing. I think it's all the above as far as several theories, but I don't think the Iran theories, I'm not going to even put that in there. I'll say a 1% chance with that. Is there a possibility that it could be China, the CCP? Absolutely. Is there a possibility it could be our own government? Absolutely. Is there a possibility it could be some type of defense contractor? Absolutely. Is it a possibility there could be ET, a non-human intelligence? Absolutely. I would say it's all of the above. Could there be some out there that are looking for NBCs, nuclear, biological, chemical? Sure. But I don't think that they're all that. It's all the above. So we're dealing with a multitude of scenarios here, and the future is drone. The drones are the future. You will see so many more drones here in the skies within the next couple of years, few years. We'll have personal drone assistance. And then another thing that drones could capture, think of all the, not just surveillance, but electronic stuff that they could pick up. Anything that's not in a Faraday cage, anything that they could pick up wirelessly or electronically. Whew. The possibilities, you could have transformer drones. They look like birds. You could have bird drones. Birds aren't real. Insect drones. Eat the bugs. I could see bird drones releasing bug drones, and then the bug drones releasing spider drones. Well, like fly drones. Well, the bees are, we have new drone bees that will do the work for us. They reproduce as well. Sign the contract right here. I see a very bright future. Very bright. I think I'm going to take today off. I'm going to get the work drone to do the work for me. I purchased this new drone. It's amazing. All I have to do is think it and it does the work for me. I got the Neuralink and it's perfect. I hang out in the pod. Look at that. Look how secluded it is out here. Drone, cook me dinner. Drone, go pick me up some takeout. Drone, will you go find me a date? I'm too lazy to go pick up on anybody right now. Can you do it for me? I've just upgraded your software. Why, yes, Bob. I will be more than happy to. Oh yeah, there's water on Mars, all right. Cheers. The motto in the near future is going to be just drone it. Just drone it. It's a drone robot that you can put in your suitcase. Her name's Melody. Haven't you seen it at the CES show? Well, this one can fly as well. So you don't even have to put her in the briefcase. That's our 1.0 model. This is the 2.0 model. Remote control drone, yes. When she's in the air, she also has a broomstick, so she looks like a witch. Oh, it's amazing. Yes, we were getting complaints in TSA when people were trying to. What's that? They're like, why do you have a robot in your briefcase? And they're like, well, sir, I'm a businessman. Doesn't everyone that's a businessman? Duh. They told me when I purchased her there would be nothing weird about it. I had no idea. Oh man. Barry says, get to the point. That's a good point. I'm gonna get to the point. So I went to the CES show, right? And I was just like wanting to check out the latest technology. And then like, they're like, hey, have you seen this new robot companion drone that she fits in a briefcase? Her name's Melody. She's amazing. And I was like, well, you know, if she was a drone also, I might be interested. And they're like, well, that's 2.0, sir. So the point is, never give up on your dream. There's always an upgrade in the near future. Listen to that. Doesn't that sound weird? You ever heard anything like it? Can you hear it? You can't hear that? Charles said, I think you should wear your hat properly. I didn't know there was a proper way to wear a hat, Charles. What are you, Charles, in charge? What was that? That's so cool. What is that? Like I hear the ice, but it sounds like there's some kind of werewolf out there or something. Denmark, hello. There's some weird noises, man. Sweden, awesome. How the heck are you? We're gonna have to cross the ice in a minute. Well, I'm gonna have to. You can just watch. You have to be a professional. Have all the right gear. Can you hear that? Sounds like someone's going. Cheers. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to be as entertaining as possible. Look, it's rhinoceros tracks. Trying, man. I'm working on it. Look at all these cool tracks, though. It's gonna get dark before I get back. Check out that mountain. It's got like different layers of color. The top is pretty cool. If you're just joining us and wondering what the heck this is, we are at a place called Navajo Lake, and it's basically we're doing some UFO UAP recon. There's been a lot of activity out here, and my friend's been filming some very strange craft, some experimental craft, and some weird orbs around this area. And so we're just here doing some recon. And while we're here, we've had some pretty cool experiences with like the water, the cool sounds of the water and the ice. When we first started, right before we started, I was greeted by 5 wild horses. And if you've never had an opportunity to see this area out here, I thought that you might enjoy it. So here we are. It's about 30 degrees outside, and sun's setting, so it's definitely cooling off a bit, but just a real cool area. Ooh. I wonder what happened to this guy. Oh yeah, a lot of military out here. A lot of like night ops. You know, C-130s flying super low. Everybody's got night vision on, stuff like that. I actually experienced that just outside of Dulce a while back. My friend Lee. I'm hearing something weird coming from over there. You hear that? What is that? I mean, it kind of sounds like something's hitting those containers. There's 2 containers with wheels out there just parked off the side of the road, and it looks like there's piping that allows for water hoses or something. And I don't know if it's wind hitting it or what, but it's just that, you heard it right there. I have kombucha, so if I meet a Sasquatch, I will offer him kombucha. Hopefully he'll share though, because getting thirsty. Sasquatch poop. Sasquatch poop. A lot of people report seeing stuff right after dark out here and right around sunset. There's been reports of activity out here like before the modern settlers showed up. This place is highly active, not just around Navajo Lake, but southern Colorado and northern New Mexico, Four Corners area. This isn't too far from like Canyon of the Ancients. That's just a couple hours away. The Archuleta Mesa isn't far from here. Doing some UAP recon out here at Navajo Lake, if you're just joining us. What's up, Josh? All right, on. Arbolas is a cool area. This is about time Sasquatch shows up. Scotland, so cool. I love Scotland, man. Weather, not so much, but it rains out there more than the Pacific Northwest. Look at that. Oh yeah, this is really live. I'm starting to wonder if some of these orbs, not the spheres, not the drones, but certain orb activity that is seen out here often, if it's somehow connected to the water or close to or around certain lakes and reservoirs, such as Navajo Lake. This lake was, this was dammed in 1962. 4 different villages had to relocate, and about 200 families. The lake itself, I think, has a maximum depth of approximately 411 feet. I mean, if we go to the other side of the lake, you'll see houseboats out there. That's how big this lake is. And so many locals that I've talked to see orbs and weird craft in the sky. 2 completely different things. Now, certain times you may be seeing orbs that are just the lights of the craft. But then there's orbs that have different characteristics versus like the flight paths and the flight patterns of certain airplanes and experimental craft. Maybe we'll see those wild horses again. They were pretty friendly. They were getting a drink of water a few hundred yards away from me. They saw me, they ran up within 40 feet. They all stopped and said hello, and then they scooted back a little bit, and they did it like 3 different times and ran around a bit and then took off up the mountain. I'll share that video with you later. It'll be high definition because I had it in full HD mode, which is pretty cool. Yeah, if you live close to a reservoir, if you get the opportunity, see if you can get some type of camera that's constantly recording, you know, some 24-hour camera, something like that. Especially if it's a big reservoir. If you're in New Jersey by any of these reservoirs that are picking up stuff, that's what I want to know, what's going on out there. Are they all connected somehow underwater? Do they have tunnels that all connect? How are they, why are they being spotted over these reservoirs? And are these the same type of drones that are being spotted over the reservoirs versus the ones that are being spotted over the villages and the towns in New Jersey? This part of the water is frozen. The lake, when we were just at the lake here a little, 10 minutes ago, 15 minutes ago, that was not frozen except for certain parts along the coast here, coastline. Lots of activity out here. Like, what the heck is this? Oh, I wonder what kind of track that is. Weird, man. Chupacabra. Yeah, there's reports of the chupacabra out here as well. Actually, that's in northern New Mexico, where I'm just on the other side here in southern Colorado, but haven't heard any official chupacabra reports in this specific area yet, but about 30 miles from here I have. Chalupa cabra from Taco Bell. It's amazing. Look at that sunset. Tupac abracadabra. What the heck was that? Huh. Yeah, there's actually a place out here called Pagosa Junction, which there's a Catholic church that does a mass once a year out there, and a few abandoned buildings, very secluded. And that was like a boom town back in the day. Railroad goes through there. Oh man, I hope they never put a Walmart out here. We're gonna have to cross the ice. The ice roads. I wouldn't drink the water out here, not unless you had a filter. At least out of the Navajo Lake. Too many boats on the lake. Charles goes, I think it would be fine. I don't know. I kind of lost track of time. Cool. Oh, just. I guess we've been hiking for, well, a little over an hour. This is where we'll see Bigfoot. We'll peek out over here. There he is. Oh, Missouri. I've been to the Mark Twain Forest out there. Yeah, that's nice out there. Right on, man. Oh, the Netherlands, right on. If I fall in, call for backup. I don't know. I'm in the middle. I might as well just keep going. Oh yeah, okay. Made it. Right on. A little slippery. It'd be cool if they had like a running trail out here. Hey Zachary, how you doing, man? It's 1:11:11. That was the timestamp. Oh, so cool. Ah. So from right here, it's a cliff. Not much of a drop off. Let's say maybe 8 or 9 feet, 10 feet max. Yeah, thanks for saying hi, man. Hope man, lakes and certain reservoirs, because it could also be a great place to evade capture and surveillance in certain circumstances, depending on the reservoir. But now I just need to remember where I parked my car, dude. Where's my car? I think I know where it is. It's somewhere over this mountain. Somewhere over that mountain there. We are live streaming, so, and I don't know where the closest cell tower is around here. Might be limited service. So thanks for hanging out with me. Gonna make it through here. Hello. This is a live action role play. You're in the game, literally. You're in the game. You have a dog called Rex. Well, I hope it's a good dog, or it was a good dog. Gosh, I hope so. I'm hungry. Oh, wow. Oh, there's the horses. You see them? You see them? Oh, there they are. They're way out there. There they are. See them? Hey, buddy. So cool. Yep, there they're running again. Oh, those are just deer. Those are just deer. I mean, I shouldn't say just deer, but earlier I saw 5 wild horses. That was pretty cool. They hung out with me for about 3 minutes. They were getting a drink of water by the lake, and they ran up to me and they're like, "Hey, what are you doing here?" We had a telepathic conversation. Now, I haven't got beamed up by aliens yet, but you know, there's still hope. Where did I park my car? All these comments are, oh wow, hello. Well, it depends on how long they've been flying in space. All by themselves in space. They get lonely in space. Hey, thanks, Lavera. How you doing? I am somewhere in southern Colorado where the Bigfoot hangs out, and outside of Navajo Lake area. I thought they were like non-binary. I thought aliens were non-binary. The Greys. I mean, I guess it depends on which ones you meet. The universe is a pretty big place. Captain Kirk had some fun with some aliens. Oh, dude. Is that Venus? That's got to be Venus, right? That sucker's bright. Venus is bright tonight. Whew. Is it moving? Oh man, where did I park? My God. I think I remember seeing this earlier. Now, the Nordics. You know, I hear the Nordics are like anywhere between 7 and 12 feet tall, you know? Height, weight, proportionate. So, like, if you're going to get abducted, do you want to get abducted by the Greys? Or do you want to get abducted by the Nordics? Or the Pleiades? Or the Arcturians? Or the Draconians? Oh, that sounds fun. What do the Draconians do? I think the Draconians get a bad rap. Personally, I'm so skeptical about all of it now. I don't know if any of it is true. Minus some people that I know that have had some very interesting encounters with what they refer to as the Greys. But all the other stuff, I don't know. Maybe. You hear that? What was that? It's darker than it looks on the phone. Who's a squirrel? Who's a squirrel? Oh, okay, good. Thought it was like a mountain lion or something. Nah, it's just a squirrel. Maybe. Could have been Bigfoot. Hey, look, there's a tire if you need a tire. If I get abducted by aliens while we're live streaming, then share this video. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking. It appears that somebody has misplaced their vehicle in the middle of nowhere. At any moment, Bigfoot could jump out. And if Bigfoot shows up, you know that there's probably going to be a spaceship around here too, because it's really Bigfoot that pilots the ships. The Greys do the work for the Sasquatch. I have no idea where I am. The aliens brought me here. Hey, thanks, Lavera. Thank you so much. Oh, yes, check it out. Tonight about midnight, Mars will seem to disappear behind our moon because of the full moon. Its brightness is the magic to hide Mars. Ladies and gentlemen. Uh-oh. It's not honking. Thanks for watching. I'm going to have to go call up my private jet. I'm going to have to go call up the secret agency to have them come pick me up in their spaceship and private jet because I misplaced my Jeep. So I hope you have a beautiful day on location somewhere here, somewhere. Thanks for watching. Seriously, it's been fun hanging out with you. And be the change you want to see, everybody. You're awesome. And Gunner, let's triangulate that position of those orbs you're picking up, man. Peace.